The ideal white man is sufficient unto himself in all things, and knowing this he will be happy, even when stretched up on the rack. It is probable that no Stoic claimed for himself that he was this wise man, but that each strove after it's an ideal, much as the Christian strives after likeness to Christ. The exaggeration in the statement was, however, so obvious that the later Stoics were driven to make a further subdivision of things indifferent into what is preferable and what is undesirable. They also held that for him who had not attained to the perfect wisdom, certain actions were proper. These were neither virtuous nor vicious, but like the indifferent things had held a middle place. To point in the Stoic system, self-special mention. One is a careful distinction between two things which are in our power and things which are not. Desire and dislike, opinion and affection are within the power of will, where self will only in other such are generally not so. The Stoic was called upon to control his strength, his desires and affections, and to guide his opinion, to bring his whole being under the sway of the view or living principle, such as the universe is guided and governed by divine providence. This is a spiritual interpretation of the favorite Greek virtue of moderation, and has also its parallel in Christian ethics. The second point is a strong insistence on the unity of the universe and on man's duty as part of great whole. Public spirit, political virtue of the ancient world, and its here made cosmopolitan. This is again instructive to note that Christian sages insisted on the same thing Christians are thought that they are members of a worldwide brotherhood where is neither Greek. There is neither Greek nor Hebrew, born nor Greek, born nor free, and that they live their lives as fellow workers with God, such as the system which underlies the meditations of Marcus Aurelius. Some knowledge of it is necessary to the right understanding of the book. But for us, the chief interest lies elsewhere. But do not come to Marcus Aurelius for a treatise on Stoicism. He is no head of a school to lie down a body of doctrine for students. He does not even contemplate that others should read what he writes. His philosophy is not an eager intellectual inquiry, but more what we should call religious feeling. The uncompromising stiffness of snow or his boots is softened and transformed by passing through a nature reverent and tolerant, gentle and free from guilt. The clean resignation which made life possible to the stone sage become within him most humble of splash. His book records the innermost thoughts of his heart. Sit down to eat it with such moral maxims and affections and help him to bear the burden of duty and the countless annoyances of busy life. Here's my comment about all us. Despite it was the great emperor who was busy life, by the way, he was able to write his own diary very much. So this is me. We have time equal everyone in the world. Yes, this depends on we will use it or with it. We will spend it or with it. Let's continue to reading. This is instruction to compare the meditations with another book the limitation of Christ. There's the same idea of self-control in both. It should be man's task, says the invitation to overcome himself and every day to be stronger than himself in withstanding of the passions, standing very peace of heart. Let us set X to the root that with being purged of our passions, make peace mind. To this end, there must be continual self-examination. If thou may not continually carry this self together, namely sometimes do it at least once a day, demanding what thou hast been this day, inward work, thought, but the woman's temper is meditation is a modest self-reliance. The Christian aims at a more passive mood, humbleness, and meekness, reliance on the presence and personal friendships and personal friendship. The Roman scrutiny is false with severity, but without the self-contempt which makes the Christian will in his own sight. The Christian, like the Roman, bids study to withdraw thin heart from thin tight heart. THINE time. Heart, the love of things visible. But this is not busy life of duty. He has in mind so much as the contempt of all worldly things and the cutting away of all low delectations. Both great men's press or brain at their real worthlessness. Let not peace, says Christian, be in the mouth of men, be in the mouth of men. But it is to God's control. The Christian appeals the Roman to his own soul. The pity and annoyances of injustice or unkindness are looked on by each with the same magnanimity magnanimity. Why do the little can say or done against thee make thee sorry? 'Tis no new thing, 'tis not the first, nor small be the last. If thou lifelong at best suffer painfully, if thou canst not suffer joyously, the Christian should sorrow more for ornaments malice than for our own wrongs. But the woman is inclined to wash his hands of the offender, studied to be patient in suffering, bearing other men's defaults and all manner infirmities, says the Christian, but the Roman would never have thought to add, if all men were perfect, what had we then to suffer? Other men for but God, the virtue of suffering in itself is an idea which does not make us enjoy vegetation, but like realize that man is one of great community. No man is sufficient to himself, says the Christian. We must bear together, help together, comfort together. But why? You see, is the chief importance in sin, in exalted emotion, that is, an avoidance or look warmness to Roman thought merely of the duty to be done as well as might be, and less of the feeling which should go with the doing of it, to the same as to the impairment. The world is a poor thing at best. Verily, it is misery to live upon the earth. Say the Christian, few and evil are the days of man's life, which pass away suddenly as shadow. But there is one great difference between the two books we are considering. The imitation is addressed to us. The meditations by the writer to himself. We learn nothing from the imitation of the artist's own life, except in so far as he may be assumed to have practiced his own teachings. The meditations reflect mood by mood the mind of him who wrote them. In that intimacy and frankness lies that great shame. This no sermons. They are not even confessions. There is always an air of self-consciousness. Confessions in such liberations. There is always a danger of un, un, to, unconsciousness or of vulgarity for the basement. Sin or good, the business nobles clear of offense. And John Bunyan himself exaggerates. We knew picadillos into heinous sins, but kus only uts is neither vulgar nor unjust. He extenuates nothing. Sit down in malice. He never pauses before an audience. He may not be profane as he may not be profane. He is always sincere, and he is lofty and serene, which is here discourse before us. Wonder why this seem to have no temptation for him. This is not one toy and bound with chains which he tries to break. The faults he detects in himself are often such as most men would have no eyes to see. To serve the divine spirit, which is implanted within him, a man must keep himself pure from all violent passion and evil affection, from all lust and vanity, and from all manner of discontent, either in regard of gods or men, or as he says in fact, inspired by pleasure, undaunted by pain, unwavering courtesy and consideration are his aims whatsoever. Any man either thought or said it must be good, judge any man of them. It is finished page number 8. It is start page number 9. It is against himself that he died often. But should he travel Today's the open the needs, pity, not black, 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 WRATH, black, black, rat, 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 rat. Those who must needs be corrected should be treated with tact and gentleness, and one must be always ready. Learn better. The best kind of revenge is not to become like unto them. There are so many hints of offense forgiven that we may believe the nose follow shut on the facts. Perhaps he was fallen short of his aim, and thus seeks to call his principle to mind and to strengthen himself for the future. The saints are not mere talk, is plain story of the woods, passy woods, who would have served his imperial throne. Thus the emperor faithfully carries out his own principle that evil must be overcome the good, for each found in others. Nature says him has given a counteracting virtue as example against the unthankful. It had given goodness and meekness as an antidote. The photograph of net page number 9. To be continued the next day for the next paragraph of page number 9. Bye for now.